Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the July 18th PBC on CBS and Showtime conference call. Your host for today is Lisa. You may begin.
Thank you, operator. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Started with the fighters for this huge day of boxing next Saturday, July 18th. I did want to first turn the call over to Steven Espinoza, Executive Vice President and General Manager of Showtime Sports, who can get into the details of the fight. And the first fighter we will have speak immediately after Steven is Chris Arreola. But Steven, please kick it off. Thanks.
Thanks very much, Lisa. As Lisa said, it is a huge weekend of boxing coming up on CBS and Showtime. First, on Friday night, we've got a stellar showbox card featuring 6 undefeated prospects in action. And on Sunday, a unique day-night doubleheader, which, as far as we have found, is unprecedented, is CBS and Showtime teaming up to televise a total of 5 fights, including 2 world title fights and a title eliminator, all coming from the Don Haskins Center in my hometown, El Paso, Texas. So the Espinoza family is very happy about these events, as are all the rabid boxing fans that are in the El Paso area. At 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 Eastern on CBS, we have the always exciting heavyweight star Chris Arreola, as well as the U.S. debut of super bantamweight world champion Carl Frampton. Shortly, you'll hear from both Chris and Carl, as well as Carl's promoter, Barry McGuigan. Interesting note about Barry McGuigan, obviously a Hall of Famer in his own right. Barry McGuigan appeared in one of the first televised bouts ever on Showtime back in 1986 against Steve Cruz. Unfortunately, he didn't win that night, but he was one of the very first televised events on Showtime. It's a pleasure to have him back. Then in the evening portion of the telecast on Showtime, 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern, we have what is now a 3-fight card. Happy to announce that we've added a 3rd fight to the card. The very exciting Amir Imam will be taking on Fernando Angulo in a super lightweight title eliminator. Then we are also excited to have a super flyweight world championship. McJoe Arroyo, the exciting Puerto Rican star, against Arthur Villanueva, and of course, a battle of 2 very exciting Mexican fighters, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Marcos Reyes. So all in all, it could be a very historic day, certainly unprecedented as far as we know in the television aspect. Now I'm going to go back over to Lisa.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. And as mentioned, we're just going to go straight ahead. Julio Cesar Chavez on the line. So we're going to jump over to the Showtime main event. Thank you, gentlemen. We will see you in El Paso. Operator is Guadalupe and Julio on the line.
Yes, ma'am, they are.
Okay. Julio, could you please make an opening statement? Just talk about training in Riverside with Robert Garcia. That would be wonderful. And I know Guadalupe is on the line as well.
Yes, I'm very happy to stay with Robert keeping Riverside. I have 5 weeks with Robert, and I prepare 100% for this fight. And I feel ready to fight.
Okay, perfect. We're waiting for Marcos Reyes to jump on, but in the meantime, let's open it up for questions for Julio, and when Mr. Reyes gets on the line, we can introduce him quickly. So, operator, please open it up for Julio.
Yes, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., please press star 1 on your telephone. Again, if you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone. Please hold while our questions come into queue. Our first question is from Abraham with La Opinion newspaper in L.A. Go ahead.
Julio, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás? Bien, ¿cómo estás? Saludos. Julio, muy bien, gracias. Aprovechando siempre humildad y lo frontal que siempre ha sido, Julio. Tengo dos preguntas para ti. Primero, es una reflexión, Julio. ¿Piensas que el principal enemigo de la carrera de Julio César Chávez ha sido Julio César Chávez?
Wait, we have somebody on the line to translate that into English. Go ahead.
You want me to translate it?
Yes, please.
The question was, Julio, you're always an honest person. You've always been very sincere about everything. And my question to you is whether the biggest enemy of your career has been Julio Cesar Chavez yourself.
Bueno, pienso que ha sido un enemigo mío, ¿no? Lógicamente ha habido cosas que no se han hecho al 100%, pero bueno, creo que mi carrera ha sido una carrera de éxitos. Soy el primer campeón mexicano, el primer campeón medio mexicano en la historia. No hay otro, pues campeón medio. Hay unos que han ganado algún interinato o algo por así, pero ninguno ha sido campeón mundial peso medio. He perdido dos peleas solamente. Perdí con el segundo mejor libra por libra, que estuve a punto de noquearle con Martínez. Y ahora que perdí con Fonfara en la heavyweight, en un peso que no era mío, después de casi 2 años sin pelear. Así que sí siento que he sido un poco, me ha faltado dar un poco más en esas peleas, he podido dar más, pero a la vez estoy contento porque creo que he realizado muchas cosas que nadie esperó que realizara y le he ganado a muy buenos peleadores. Y como seguimiento, Julio, ¿crees que lo que sucedió con Fonfara, has quedado en deuda y tienes una deuda que pagar a la afición? Y mi segunda pregunta, si tú pudieras votar en los Estados Unidos, ¿votarías por Donald Trump?
Let me give the answer to the past question, and then he can go on to the next. Okay. So, you could say that I haven't been 100% all the time, and my career has had lots of accomplishments. I was the first Mexican to win the middleweight world champion. I've been a world champion. I've defended my belt. In addition to that, I've beat really great fighters, and I have a record of 48-2. And so it's not fair to say that I haven't accomplished a lot and haven't been prepared all the time. But this is a great challenge. 50 fights. 50 fights.
Sobre la pregunta que te hacía, Julio, ¿crees que tienes una deuda que saldar después de lo que pasó con Fonfara? Lógicamente tengo que ganar porque perdí la pelea. Pero di lo mejor de mí. Peleé con un gran peleador, un peleador muy fuerte, más fuerte que yo, 2 pesos arriba de donde yo me coroné campeón del mundo. Después de estar 2 años inactivo, que esas cosas nadie las hace. La verdad es que tomé un reto muy difícil. Perdí, pero no me siento mal porque me siento que entregué todo arriba del ring. Lógicamente me cansé porque la inactividad me afectó demasiado. Los problemas que tuve legales con mi promotora me afectaban demasiado. Y el rival era un rival muy fuerte, la verdad. Creo que le quedé en deuda a la gente porque debí haber ganado, porque soy mejor peleador que Fonfara. Pero así es el boxeo, es un deporte muy celoso. Yo tenía ya 2 años sin pelear y todo eso me cobró factura arriba del ring.
The question is whether he feels he has a debt to the public, and the answer is obviously I have to win this fight. I have to look good. I took on a challenge that was tough. I fought somebody who was 175 pounds. I fought somebody after 2 years of being inactive. There were a lot of things going on in my career, including the legal problems that I was going through at the same time as I was trying to get ready for a fight. It was a tough challenge. Even though it was a defeat for me, I feel like I was a better fighter than him. But he was more prepared, and I think that those were the factors, and I plan to win this next fight.
La otra es que ¿votarías por Donald Trump? ¿Es amigo de usted? La otra es que ¿sí o no? No votaría por Donald Trump a menos que nos pidiera perdón a los mexicanos por lo que digo.
¿Qué fue la pregunta?
Que si votaría por Donald Trump. Dijo que no votaría por Donald Trump.
Would you vote for Donald Trump? The question, and the answer was no. He needs to apologize to the Mexican people.
Okay, we actually have Marcos Reyes on the line. Before we take our next question, I just want to let him say a few words about training camp. Marcos, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, could you give us a little information about how training camp's going, and then we can take more questions?
Okay. Hi, I'm Marcos Reyes. I want to speak Spanish, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. You have a translator, right? Your manager's online?
Yes, I'm going to translate for him.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Sí, estoy aquí hablando de la Ciudad de México. He estado 6 semanas ya aquí en campamento con Don Nacho de Stein. Estoy muy contento y estoy emocionado para esta próxima pelea el 18 de julio.
Well, I'm being in Mexico City for 6 weeks right now, in camp with Ignacio Beristain, my trainer right now, and I'm very happy and excited for that upcoming fight, July 18th, which I'm going to face Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
All right, perfect. Operator, can you read prompt and then take the next question in the queue?
Certainly. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would like to ask any questions, please press star 1. Again, it is star 1 to ask your question. Our next question is from Salvador Rodriguez with ESPN Deporte. Go ahead.
Hola, Julio, ¿cómo estás? Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. Oye, Julio, platicaba con Nacho Beristain hace un par de horas y me decía que el problema en tu caso no es tu entrenador, no es cambiar de entrenador, sino que el problema es más mental, es personal, vamos contigo. ¿Tú crees que sea eso en realidad? ¿Qué tanto te ha influenciado Robert García para esta pelea?
No, Robert es un gran entrenador, es una gran persona, un gran ser humano, una persona con la que me he encontrado muy bien. La verdad no tiene nada que ver con Nacho Beristain. No es una persona arrogante, no es una persona que se crea, no es una persona grosera ni maleducada. Es una persona que respeta a todas las personas. Nacho Beristain no sé de qué habla. El único que creo que está un poquito mal es él, psicológicamente, porque siempre se lleva criticando a las demás personas. Me ha tachado muchas veces de cosas que no sé por qué lo hace. La verdad no sé cuál sea el coraje que él me tiene. Pero en mi carrera ha sido sumamente exitosa. Soy el primer campeón mexicano en la historia del boxeo mexicano. No ha habido otro campeón en los más de 300 años del boxeo mexicano. He ganado a bastantes peleadores buenos. Con los únicos 2 peleadores que he perdido, uno ha sido fuera de mi peso y con el otro ha sido segundo libra por libra, y lo tuve en la lona, estuve a punto de noquearlo. Así que no sé de qué habla mentalmente. La verdad que no sé qué habla, pero el día 18 pues le voy a demostrar quién soy, y qué bueno que le tocó entrenar a Marcos Reyes para que vea como sobre los ojos quién es Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
So the question was, the reporter said that he talked to Nacho Beristain, and Nacho Beristain says that Julio changing trainers is not the issue, that it's a personal and a mental issue, and that's the problem. So Julio's response is that Robert Garcia is a great trainer. He has respect for a lot of people. He's a respected trainer. And he doesn't understand what Nacho Beristain's problem is. He has, in the past, criticized Julio, and he's also criticized other people. In his career, he goes around criticizing people, but the facts are different. Julio is the first Mexican middleweight champion in 200 years. He's only had 2 defeats. One was the number 2 pound fighter, which is Martinez, and Julio knocked him down, almost knocked him out, almost finished the fight. And his second was against a natural 175 pounder who was ranked number 4 in the world, who's a very top-level fighter. And so on July 18th, Julio plans to show Nacho Beristain and everybody else that he's one of the greatest fighters.
Segunda y última pregunta, Julio. ¿Te has puesto a pensar en el escenario de qué pasará si vuelves a perder en el ring? ¿Qué pasará si regresas a la senda de la victoria? ¿Te ves disputando un campeonato del mundo antes de cerrar 2015? ¿Y qué pasaría en caso de una nueva derrota?
No, bueno, the question is, Julio, have you thought about losing again? If you lost again, what would happen in your career with another defeat?
Bueno, lógicamente, estoy pensando en ganar. Quiero hacer 2 peleas más este año. No pienso perder, porque como te digo, la única pelea que perdí, gané la guerra. En mi peso nunca nadie me ha ganado, ni pienso que me puedan ganar todavía, porque porque ahorita estoy en mi mejor momento de mi carrera. Estoy en un momento donde he madurado más psicológicamente, donde he peleado con lo mejor del mundo, y la verdad que no pienso en una derrota el día 18 de julio. El día 18 de julio voy a ganar convincentemente y voy a volver a ser campeón del mundo.
I'm not planning on losing. I'm planning on winning. When I fight at my weight, I can beat anybody. There's nobody in boxing who can beat me when I fight at my weight. I feel right now that I'm at the best. I feel this is the best part of my career. And on July 18th, I'm going to win.
Si perdiera esta pelea, definitivamente pensaría muy bien en retirarme, porque la verdad no creo que deba perder con este tipo con un rival que no ha enfrentado a los rivales que ha enfrentado.
If I lost this fight, then I would maybe think about retiring, because this is not the type of rival that should beat me. The type of rivals that I fought are much, much better and tougher than this rival.
Hablaste por último del peso. ¿Ya está cerca de las 168 libras?
Así es, estamos alrededor de las 165 libras. Si quisiera dar ese viernes el peso, estoy en el peso. Estamos en excelentes condiciones. Peleé el sábado y comencé a entrenar el lunes. Así que estoy en una de las mejores preparaciones de mi carrera desde hace ya más de 4 años.
Gracias. Gracias.
Our next question is from Jason Gonzalez with Rural Combat Media. Go ahead.
Hello, Julio. Hey. I was wondering, you obviously have to get past Reyes on the 18th, but your trainer, Robert Garcia, said you're going to have 4, mediocre kind of regular fights, and then you're going to get a big name. What big name are you thirsty for?
Well, first, I respect my opponent a lot, All opponent is dangerous, because Reyes is a young guy. I know I have a lot of hungry to beat me, and it's a tough fight for me. But, I have big plans, for the, I don't know the one name, mentioned, I have a lot of names, like, Underworld, Golovkin, Canelo, whatever fighter, and 164 to 175, But now I focus in Reyes, and after that, I see my level, and whatever opponent comes, I'm ready for whatever name, I fight for the people, and if the people want a lot, want war or Canelo, I'm ready to fight.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks. That was our last question for this group, and that's the last question of the call. If Mr. Reyes could first make his closing comment, then Julio to make one, and then the call will be done. So, Mr. Reyes, could you just make any more comments as we head into fight week?
Marco, ¿algún comentario que gustes hacer antes de cerrar la conferencia de prensa? Marcos.
Do we lose Marcos? Okay. Okay, well,
Marcos Reyes is still on the line.
Marco, we just lost him.
okay. Julio, are you there? Could you just close it out and say, especially as you wrap up training camp and head into fight week in El Paso?
Julio, mande. Están diciendo que si quieres hacer un último comentario antes que cierre la conferencia. Not only I feel ready to show the people a great fight, I'm ready for show the people my great fight and enjoy this fight, because Mexican fighters in the ring every time they get great fight, and this fight is not esta pelea no va a ser la excepción. This fight is not the exception. Muchas gracias a toda la gente. Espero a la gente del Paso 18 que nos vayan a apoyar a los dos. Los dos son mexicanos. Pero pues, bueno, vamos a tratar de ganar. Y sobre todo, como siempre lo he hecho en toda mi carrera, en los 2 años que tengo como profesional, darles un gran espectáculo a toda la gente. Eso es lo que más me interesa.
He wants to send a big hug to all the people in El Paso. He hopes that they come out and support both fighters. This is going to be a great fight between 2 Mexican fighters. But obviously, I intend on winning this fight. And most importantly, I plan on giving the fans a great fight on July 18th.
All right, wonderful. Who is on the line that will be joining us in El Paso? We have workouts taking place next Wednesday, July 15th, at a gym in downtown El Paso. Then we have a press conference on Thursday, and a weigh-in on Friday, and 2 back-to-back fights on Saturday. So thanks, everybody, for joining us, and thank you so much to the fighters for taking their time to speak to the media today, and see you in El Paso. Thanks.